Hey everyone, so I'm back, and in case, just to kind of fill you in, I know a lot of you are from different countries other than the United States, and in the US we have this lovely, superfluous little holiday called Halloween, and if you're a kid, you have an excuse to dress up and walk around your neighborhood and your neighbors give you candy, and if you're an adult, it's just an excuse to dress up like a fool. So that's what we're here with today, and because I'm super corny and I have wings on, I figured that we would do a little flying pigeon tutorial. So it's definitely a more advanced posture, but if you are a little bit nervous to balance on your hands, you may end up needing a few blocks, 2 or 3 depending, not necessary though, just your yoga mat is fine, and maybe a pillow for under your face if you're a little nervous. So all you need is your mat, and we can go ahead and get started. Okay, so flying pigeon. I'm first going to just demonstrate it for you so you kind of know what direction we're going in. So if you have blocks, you can just kind of set them to the side for now, and I'll show you exactly what to do with them. So start standing up. I'm going to do my right side because that's the only side I can do really comfortably. So right ankle is going to cross just above my left knee. So it's not on the knee, but it's above it. And I'm flexing my right foot really strongly. So I'm going to come down to the floor. I'm just going to make sure that that right foot is high enough, probably closer to the middle of my thigh, just so that I have some space to move. So from here, both hands are going to come down to the floor. I'm going to come to the tippy toes on the left foot, bring my right knee to my right tricep, and my right foot around my left tricep. Leaning into the fingers, start to squeeze the left foot off the floor. So maybe you end up holding here, or you can extend the left leg back. So that is our pose for the day. So don't get too distracted or too obsessed with taking the back leg back and straight behind you. It's really not essential. I would say the bigger part of it is learning to be comfortable on your hands and getting your hips and your feet off the floor. So first things first, the first problem that people run into is not being able to reach the floor. So you'll want 2 blocks, or if you have any other flat surface like books or dictionaries that aren't going to slide out from underneath you, that'll work too. So those would go down, and you would set up the same way. So blocks under the hands, or about shoulder width apart, I guess. We'll do the same foot. So right ankle, middle of the thigh, hinging at the hips, soften that left knee, come down. So now the floor is a little bit closer to you, and you'll have an easier time reaching that. So same thing, you would lean into the hands, make sure the palms are spread wide across your blocks. Tippy toes on the left foot, wiggle it back, hook the right foot around the left tricep, right knee into the right tricep, lean forward, maybe squeeze the heel up. So I want you to try to get to this point. Maybe. So take your blocks to your side. Another problem that people run into with flying pigeon is not being able to get that back foot off the floor. So let's say you get to this point. Okay, you're here, and you can lean into the hands, but then the other foot, you just can't really take it off the mat. Well, we have a block for that. So I don't care what block you use. I just have tons of them, so I have bigger ones and smaller ones. But I'm going to take one block and put it under my other foot. So now, let's see. Actually, you know what you could do instead? Let's make this easier. Take it down on its side so that the narrow part is facing you. I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left again. And as I come down, my shin is going to come to that block. So I'm taking the toes around my left tricep, knee on the right. The shin ends up on that block. And then you can work on just taking the toes up. And get a little bit comfortable with getting the triceps to be stronger. So depending on how much help you need, you can keep the block on its lower side, or you can take it up to its taller side, if that makes sense, hopefully. So those are your options for getting into flying pigeon. Like I said, don't worry about extending the leg back right away. That takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. So work on getting the feet off the floor, getting comfortable on your hands, and squeezing those triceps in. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that one. And as usual, let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. So that's all for now. Have an awesome rest of your week, and happy Halloween.